Hi, good morning, good evening, whatever, whenever you're watching this. You go to get to this assignment, you go to week 6. Now, I don't have Wednesday up yet, but it's week 6, September 30th. You go to that one and you'll get a 3-2-1, which the instructions are watch the video below, pick two influences of your choice, and complete the 3-2-1 slide on the next page. So these are the different influences. So Spain has influenced Texas in what way? So you can go up here and you can look at the food. Okay, what sort of food has Spain brought to us? Okay, and you can kind of look Tex-Mex foods. You can read different information on that. Here's the names of places, architecture, religion, language, and arts. So it'll give you, you have to pick two of these and it'll give you, you just click on the link and then but you must watch the video. The video is the first thing you do. And then after watching the video, you pick two of these. Then after you pick two of them, you do a 3-2-1, three ways that Spanish culture influenced present day Texas, two effects that Spanish culture had on present day Texas, and one piece of evidence that Spanish culture influenced present day Texas. So the evidence you're going to get from one of the readings, just like you do in English class. It's text evidence. So you give me three ways that Spanish culture. Where are you going to get those three ways? Well, you're going to get them from watching the video and picking two of these things right here. Food, religion, language, arts, architecture, and names of places. Then after that, you pick those. That's where you get the answers, the effects. Make sure you watch the video. That'll help you. And then the proof, where you're going to just take the evidence that you find here. You can quote it. You give it answers. Spain has influenced Texas by, and I'll give you an example. Do not use my example, but I'll give you an example of what we mean by proof. There's plenty on there to not use my example, but here is what we mean by proof. So you go through this and you say, let's take a look. Let's read the beginning here. Tex-Mex foods are a combination of Native American and Spanish cuisines, which came together to make a distinct new cuisine. Call that cultural diffusion. Foods also reveal some of the cultural differences between such regional groups as Mexican Americans in South Texas and those in West Texas. The first Spaniards to arrive in Texas encountered a variety of Native American groups who ate different diets. The nomadic tribes lived off the land, eating game, fish, and available edible plants. Sedentary groups, such as those at the La Junta de los Rios, cultivated such crops as corn, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, squash, pumpkins, sunflower seeds, and peppers. The squash was likely the cusha, a winter squash that could be eaten in its tender stage or allowed to mature like a pumpkin and stored for winter. These cultivated foods were supplemented by wild plants and game. Some Native American groups had the domesticated turkeys. Wild game included deer, rabbits, javelinas, and quail. Wild plant foods included such products as cacti, as nopales, which is the prickly pear leaves, tunas, and I'm not going to even try to read that one. Somebody smarter than me can read that. Others were the soto plant, usually baked in pits, the century plant, and other ones from the agave family, and the mesquite bean. The Spaniards introduced wheat and a number of domestic animals, including pigs, goats, cattle, and sheep, along with a number of fruits and vegetables. So I just read that paragraph, and within that paragraph, the Spanish had a lot of influence in there, and the Native Americans. So what you can put, okay, so I'm going to say Spanish influence of the Texas, I would say that they domesticated animals, or the Spaniards. Here's a good one. The Spaniards introduced wheat. So I could take that quote, and that can be my proof. The Spaniards introduced wheat and a number of domestic animals, including pigs, goats, cattle, and sheep, along with a number of fruits and vegetables. So I could take that quote. I could use the specific ones and take those quotes. I could come down here. They're going to tell you more different things. Beans, another staple eaten daily was beans. In its earliest times, these were either kidney beans, tapari beans, or sometimes the black beans more common in Mexico. When they became available, however, pinto beans became the overwhelmingly popular choice. And so you could just take that line right there and use that as your proof. So you can say pinto beans became overwhelmingly popular, and it was a staple diet of the area. Okay, so any of those would work, and that's all you really have to do. 3, 2, 1. Let me go back to the 3, 2, 1 part right here. That's what you fill out, and that's what you submit. Do the best you can. If you have any problems, remember, you can always reach out to us through email, come to our tutoring, all those things. Thank you very much.